Hello and welcome to my channel. It's the Network Specialist. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so that you know each and every time I upload a video. Everything I will discuss in this video is alleged and in my very own opinion, used for entertainment purposes only. So you guys see the thumbnail. It says cry, forgive, learn, move on. And it appears that Kandi has done just that. But, a lot remains to be seen. But what I did want to do is I wanted to show you guys the video that I have been talking about so much. I never showed the video, but I want to actually get your feedback on this video because I feel like this video was the turning point in Todd and Candy's marriage. I feel like the marriage only went downhill when this video was exposed in public. Okay, so let me go ahead and play the video. And then there were a lot of good feedback in the comments. There was a lot of good feedback in the comments. So I also want to get into that so that you can see different perspectives from this one particular video. I fall somewhere in the middle because I do understand where Todd was coming from. Although I did say that Todd was looking like a bitch ass ninja in this video, I understand what he was trying to say. But coming from Todd and everything that everybody knew that they had already went through, I think that's where the problem lies. Hey, Sharon Gottwald, thank you so much for being here, if I didn't already say that. So let me go ahead and get into this video. And it was broken up into two parts, but it's still not the entire video that was played.
That my. You know what I mean? You have to open up within reason. I'm not saying going by no niggas, no Bentleys and doing dumb shit, but you gotta invest in y'all and y'all future, and you gotta let your man feel like a man in those scenarios. Because with all the money that you have, you can end up by yourself. You know what I mean? Because at times,
Uh-oh. What did I do?
that type of energy of it's mine. No, I'm just being honest as a man. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. Okay. As you continue to be like, it's mine, it's hard to hear someone say it's mine in a relationship that's supposed to be it's ours. Can I talk? Can I talk? And it's not about, hey, I got this 10 million, let me give you 5. It's not that. It's more so just knowing like, yo, we got each other. Whatever. Let's build, let's make it happen. But when you hear a person say mine a lot, that shit sticks. Believe me, I'm telling you.
Okay, let me play part 2.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. For y'all women who are bosses and have all.
Let me see how. I'm gonna have to get to part 2.
Person is adding value to the relationship, and then they build it up, and they're other things. Even in divorce, I don't think it's right when men be trying to take half of the women. I don't think it's cool. Like, I feel like a man should always be a man and be able to handle his own or whatever, right? So,
So you gained your money while the man was with you, and he nurtured you, he helped you, gave you ideas, he was a part of that, that progression. You don't think he should get anything? You did it all.
What is he? Nobody said she did it all.
Well, no. I'm just saying, you with your husband right now, right? So say he's like, you should do this, you should do that. Let's work on this. Like he's setting you up. He's organizing you. He's getting your shit right.
You sound like a Wendy Williams situation.
Oh, I don't really know that thing, but I'm just saying that he helps you blow up.
Well, I'm saying because he was like our manager, right?
No, I'm just saying someone who like really influences, who's really there, who really helps the brand get to where it needs. So now you blew up. You wasn't blown up. Now you blew up.
Okay, kind of like how Steve Harvey say he is now with his wife.
Why? Like they added value to the situation, basically.
Yeah, like when I met you, you was maybe making a couple of $100,000. Now you're making fucking $4 million a year, and
okay,
he's been contributing to your success.
Okay, in that case, if they choose to get a house together, but once again, still in marriage, I would not do it if I was not married to the person, because that's what we're saying, right? Is this the topic?
No, yeah, not if we're not married.
If we're not married, now I can understand what you're saying. As a person that's adding value to the relationship, and then they build it up, and that's to me, and that's another thing. What I'm saying,
let's just equate it to us. Let's equate it to us.
I'm about to equate it to us. What I'm saying is, when you and I got together in marriage,
right,
and we made more businesses, we made more, there were more things happening.
Right.
To me, the money that was made after marriage, that's a different conversation, because we both contributed, whatever. Mm-hmm. But the money I had when I came in this thing,
but nobody's talking about. That's not even part of the conversation.
No, but it is to me, because when you're talking about going into a house or a property, because that's what our conversation is about, right? Buying properties together. It's like, if I used my money from prior to purchase it, meaning like this house, for instance, no, I didn't feel like I should.
So a man can do the same thing. He can feel the same way. No, like, that's mine from before. You get your weight up. So you feel that way? You don't?
You didn't put my name on the jersey, crib.
The part you're missing. Stop. Can't.
I didn't get offended.
Kandi, you have to listen. Just listen. What? Listen for 1 second. I'm just asking you a question. If a guy has everything before the person, and he gets with them, and they talk about going to get a house, should the guy be like, well, you can't really contribute as much as I can, so we're just going to stay in the house that we have? Or should he do it? Because you said I'm old-fashioned, so it sounded like you were saying he should just do it regardless, but the female shouldn't.
Yeah,
because the guy should have to step it up. So, it's okay if you got a double standard on it. It's fine.
I do have a double standard. Okay. I already said that. I'm old-fashioned in that way, that I feel like if a man wants to put his family and, step them up into a house that the wife can't afford or whatever, because, like, let's be for real, a lot of men want their wives to stop working. A lot of men want their wives to take care of home or just be there for them and cater to them, which is fine. But with that being said, you already know that you're the one that's putting in everything, and everything is dependent on your income, and your income is for both of us, not just for you.
So a female should be able to keep all of her own. That's what we feel. We feel like the female, regardless of how much she has, she should be able to keep her own, and the guy has to get his weight up.
Okay. I know situations where...
Okay. So
even in divorce, I don't think it's right when men be trying to take...
I'm going to pause it right there. I'm not going to close out, because I do want to show you some of what people are saying in the comments. Hey, Paula, thank you so much for being here. You have been so consistent, Paula. I really appreciate that. And Sharon Godbout says, I've never liked Todd. I always thought he was an opportunist. So, guys, this is a very, very sensitive situation. But unfortunately, a lot of women find themselves in this situation where they make more money than their husbands or their mates. Okay. So this is nothing new. This happens all the time in relationships. And you just have to know how to navigate those type of situations. So my whole thing is Todd talking about what Kandi made, before they got together versus what she's making now. When he said, oh, you were making 200,000. First of all, I don't believe that. I believe Kandi was making more than that when she first met him. Kandi was already a self-made millionaire when she met Todd, in my opinion. And then he says now she's worth 4 million. That sounds like a lot of jealousy and bitterness coming from Todd. Because first of all, Todd, it's been over 10 years. Like, you had ample time to get your bag up, to prove yourself. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I can understand in the beginning you had to quit your job, but it's been 10 years, Todd. You can't keep riding on the fact that because you came into the marriage and Kandi had this and Kandi had that, and you helped her to level up. If you were able to help Kandi level up, why weren't you able to help yourself level up? I really do hate when men say this. Like they want women to, feel like they created them. If you created Kandi, create yourself. Do it again, Todd. Like it's getting really old. Men trying to make it seem like they were the ones that created these women who, when these women divorce y'all asses and become millionaires all over again without you, now you feel some kind of way. Help Kandi to level up, and you made Kandi into who she is because she's making 4 times as much now that you're in the picture. Todd, if you're going to do that for somebody else, why can't you do that for yourself? Why are you sitting there complaining about not having a life? You know what I'm saying? What's going to happen? If you and Kandi are no longer together, now you're starting to think about all that. And it's 10 years later. And I'm not trying to say that you don't have nothing to show for those 10 years, but the fact that you're so jealous and bitter and focusing on Kandi's income instead of telling us how you have leveled up and how you went from whatever amount that you had in your bank account when you got with Kandi, you're focusing on her money. Why is that, Todd? I'm just saying, it's not looking good out here for you, and the reason why I put Kandi on that thumbnail because I want people to see the person who's stressed. And we're going to show that. Okay. Kandi looks like she's happy, like she has already moved on, like she's been thinking about this for a long time, like probably ever since you decided to go live and just drag her and come for her in front of the world. She's probably been planning it ever since then, Todd. I'm just saying. And Sharon said he just mad because he wants half of her money. Exactly. Like he created her wealth. And Kandi also expressed that whatever they bought since they've been together, those purchases was made with her money. Todd, can you prove that you contributed any funds to all of these businesses that you and Kandi started since you guys were together? And Paula says, I love your content, so I try to get here to catch a live. Thank you so much, Paula. I really do appreciate that. So let's go ahead and see what the people had said, okay? Because the people got a lot to say, Todd. There's a few people that can see where Todd is coming from. And like I said, I understand what Todd is trying to say. But at the end of the day, this should have been a private conversation because I honestly feel like Kandi is going to be more than fair with Todd. Whatever happens, because of Kandi filing a divorce, I feel like Kandi is going to be more than fair with Todd. She's not going to ruin Todd. She's not going to try to leave Todd broke. I feel like Kandi is going to be more than fair, and she's going to work even harder to replace what she has to give to Todd. This person said, not sure why so many people are misinterpreting what he said. He literally said, when two people get married, then both people can no longer be selfish and self centered. A marriage consists of both people contributing towards the overall well being of the success of the relationship, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially. It's possible to make more money without emasculating a man. And like I said, I totally get what Todd is trying to say. I totally get what Todd is trying to say, but it was the way that he said it. It was the fact that that was a public conversation instead of a private conversation with your wife. And it was just the aggression of it all. And even looking at Kandi's face, like you can see that Kandi was pissed off. Okay. I know Kandi's mad. Look, Kandi was fuming that Todd decided to have this conversation in front of other people and on his live. Okay. And another person said, Another example of a man falling in love with a woman who has her own education, business, real estate, money, only to later resent her for having her own education, business, real estate, and money. I get it. These men be saying they want, the woman to have their own, to bring something to the table. Okay, Kandi brought the table. What's the freaking problem? This person said, listen, she did everything, whether she wanted to or not. She brought other women into the marriage, poured money into his dreams, stood by him, and fought for that relationship. And even that wasn't enough. Be careful out here. Loyalty doesn't guarantee reciprocity. And this person said, he's going to ask for spousal support. I just know it. We all feel like Todd is going to ask for spousal support. Absolutely. And to be honest, I think Kandi won't have a problem with paying it to a certain degree. Whatever is in that prenup, she plans on honoring whatever is in that prenup. And I'm pretty sure she's going to go above and beyond that prenup. That's just my opinion, allegedly. We'll just have to wait and see, how that plays out. And another person said, I hate a can I talk ass nigga. You just had a 4-minute uninterrupted soliloquy. Now that someone else tries to engage, you're not done with your point. Be concise. This is conversation. And somebody else says, why do men think being alone or without them in particular is a threat to women? Okay. And this person said, I hate that her mama was right all along. So, Sharon, she feels the same way as you do, that pretty much Miss Joyce was right and he's an opportunist. And this person said, elders be knowing.
Sorry, Mama. Well, it could have been a scheme that Todd set up for him to come to you with the bush. Story, Mama. Well, it could have been.
Well, a lot of people are giving Mama Joyce her credit. Unfortunately, I think Mama Joyce owed Kandi and Todd an apology. I honestly do, but a lot of people are siding with Miss Joyce. I have to say that. I still think what she did was very disrespectful to Todd, his mom, his dad. Whether she was right or not, that was disrespectful. And this person said,
cut that nigga off, cut that nigga off, run away from that nigga, run, 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 run from the nigga, 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 run from the nigga.
Cut that nigga off, run
Cut that nigga off.
Because obviously they see something that she didn't see at first. Okay. And this person says, I know that look. And one thing about Kandi is she ain't never like people checking her pockets. Okay. Y'all see that look? Like I said, Kandi was pissed. There's no way. Some people, like myself, we can't hide. When we're pissed, it's going to show all over our face. And Kandi is one of those people. She has that resting bitch face without even knowing it. Baby, like you can tell when Kandi is not feeling what is coming out of your mouth. Okay. And somebody else said you could have all that money and still end up by yourself. Sounds delightful. Okay. I would love to be by myself with all my money. Okay. And somebody else says, these new men wanting to lead from behind gets me every time. Okay, they want to be your manager. They want to do all of this. Like they doing so much for you, but they can't do that same thing for themselves. Okay. And this person said, he said, you may end up being by yourself. Sir Todd, and this is my favorite comment of them all. Sir Todd, being by myself has been the most peaceful life that I have ever had in my life. Exclamation, 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 exclamation. No man cheating on me, throwing my pH level off, making my heart hurt because he doesn't come home at a decent time, telling me what I can and can't do with my money. farting in the bed, leaving dirty drawers for me to wash, expecting a cooked meal when he gets home from work when both work full time. I love my life alone, not lonely. Okay. And as y'all can see, I like that post. Okay. And somebody else said, I understand exactly what Todd is saying. The comments are hilarious. If the roles were reversed, the majority of women would say, he shouldn't think it's mine. They're married, so what's his is ours. If he asks for spousal support, so what? Aren't these modern women equal to a man? Can't have it both ways. And this person said he knew who he married when he signed the prenup. What's what he's actually saying is it's not fair that you won't let me spend my way through all of your hard-earned assets without any pushback. She's a businesswoman. She protected herself and her legacy for a good reason, apparently. If his interpretation of love and masculinity is being able to burn through her money, then she's better off without him. She helped this man launch multiple businesses, restaurants, trucking companies, new show, ungrateful ass. Okay. And this person said, a man who has nothing going for himself will sound exactly like this. They envy you the most. Okay. And this is going to be the last comment I'm going to read because these people, honestly, a lot of these people are leaning towards Kandi, and they don't feel sorry for Todd, okay? Because they felt like Todd was an opportunist from the beginning. And this person said, he is saying a lot when he says, end up by yourself. Some men have a weird way of planting insecurities as prophecies. He really believes Kandi won't end up with no one else. His take on desirability, okay, meaning he's just not that into her. That she sound, that should sound, I'm sorry, that she should be grateful that he chose her. And for that reason, she should act accordingly to keep her one chance. I don't believe in billionaires, but I pray that if she still wants a relationship, they are loaded, fine, and secure and taller. Oh my God. Okay. Let me see what this girl had to
Sweeten my
say.
delivery to make it work for Todd. I mean, who is Todd? I don't have to sweeten my delivery to make it work for Todd. I mean, who
Okay,
is Todd?
so the post says when they try to gaslight you into believing your tone is the issue, but it's their own insecurities and desires to control, and because they try to shrink you, voila. Okay, so that's going to be it for that particular video. Hey, Mama Bees, thank you so much for being here. And hey, Teresa Wilson, thank you so much for being here. So, guys, I also want to share with you guys, in case you guys didn't know, Kandi made this announcement on Friday evening to be exact. The very next day was Blaze's birthday. Okay, so it was Blaze's birthday. Todd and Kandi obviously came together to celebrate Blaze's birthday. So give me a second. A lot of her friends showed up, the same ones that normally show up for Blaze's birthday.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
don't know why the audio sounds weird, guys. It is actually on, but as you can see, a lot of friends showed up for the birthday party. And you can see Kandi and Todd actually took a picture with Blaze right there. So let me chop it, and just so that I can get a couple of better pictures for you guys, still shots, because Kandi only posted this video, okay? Kandi didn't really, I think she wanted to put more focus on herself, if I'm being honest. Because she posted the video. Let me, okay, so you guys should be able to see my screen. And I just want to quickly show you guys Kandi's Instagram. So on her daughter's birthday, she posted this picture, you know, a collage of pictures for her birthday. She's such a cutie. And they were all just pictures of her and Blaze, nothing else. And then she posted what I just showed you guys, this video right here. Let me go ahead and stop that because you guys already seen it. And then I believe it was 17 hours ago on yesterday. That's where she posted this, and she said masterpiece. And she said masterpiece, Peace. So she's letting you guys know that she's at peace. Even Melody Cherie commented on the post and said, pretty Kenya, Portia's sister. So basically, she wanted the focus to be on her, not even on Blaze's birthday. I ain't mad at that. And she wants you guys to know she's doing good. Sometimes just, the feeling of peace. And sometimes when you go through a divorce, for some people, it's just, what's the word I want to use? Relief, peace, justification. Like there's a lot that goes along with that. So I think Kandi is in a great place, guys. Okay. And let me see here. There was one other. Give me 1 second, guys. Like it seemed like Kandi didn't even want to take any pictures. She was waiting to just do her big reveal. Honestly. So if you guys can see this, these are her main friends that showed up. You got Kenya, Shamia, and I'm not really sure who this other lady is. And then you have Todd, Scrappy, and Lil Ace. Now, this is the picture of Todd that I wanted you guys to see. Todd looks stressed as hell, okay? And I hate to say that, but Todd looks stressed the F out, okay? You can just tell. He's not happy. Um, Maybe he was blindsided. I don't know, but Todd looks stressed out, probably trying to figure out what his next move is going to be, and maybe regretting some things that he did. I'm not sure, but Todd looks stressed out. But guess who look happy as hell? And obviously, this is Rashida, Mama Joyce. She can't smile big enough. She wants y'all to know that she is happy because she finally got her wish because, Kandi is finally going to divorce Todd, which is what it appears that she's wanted from the beginning. So Mama Joyce looks very happy about the situation at hand. Okay. So yeah. Todd looks stressed. Kandi looks happy, you know. And I've said this before, as I've covered this over the last couple of days. Kandi has a different glow about her. She has a different glow about her. Her skin looks different. She's lost weight in her face. I don't know if she's been working out. I don't know if she's on a diet, but Kandi looks good. And Sharon is laughing about something. Yes, Kandi looks good. So shout out to her. Give me 1 second, guys. So, yes. And like I said, I believe that Kandi is going to do Todd right. She's going to set him up for success as well because at the end of the day, Todd is a good dad. And the last thing you want to do is piss Todd off. And now, that separates, him from the kids, or he doesn't want to see the kids because he doesn't want to see you, or whatever the case may be. And now you have a toxic co-parenting situation. I don't think Kandi wants that because at the end of the day, she still needs Todd's help and she still needs a healthy co-parenting situation. So at the end of the day, I think that it's in both Kandi and Todd's best interest to try to co-parent amicably. Okay. So guys, I am going to end the video on that note. If you did not like the video on your way in, please like the video on your way out. And if you just happen to be catching the replay, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so that you know each and every time I upload a video. Drop down in the comments so that we can keep this conversation going. Thank you guys for watching, and bye for now.